special video will play. And are you ready, my friends, for the first award of this evening, the Community Builder Award? This award recognizes an individual who's making a significant contribution to Manitoba's two-spirited and LGBT communities and business communities at large. As I go through the script, I hope that everyone really does understand that this evening is focused on our two-spirited and LGBT communities, because I believe that I have said it about 74 times, and we're about 19 minutes into the broadcast. So if you're tuning in by accident from Steinbach, you can tune yourself out if you don't want to be here. But if you do want to be here, you're more than welcome. This year, an incredible number of truly devoted people were nominated, making this award particularly difficult for the committee to choose. But this year's award goes to Robynne Kazina. Robynne is a lawyer at Taylor McCaffrey who holds a strong desire to use her legal skills to promote equality and address injustices. And one of her main motivations was this, to becoming a lawyer. As a young lawyer, Robynne worked on equality in marriage cases in 2004. And you know this, and a good friend of mine, Chris Vogel et al. Versus Canada. And she continued her work fighting for equality for the two-spirited and LGBT communities ever since. She noticed avoidant fertility and assisted reproduction laws in Canada, and her input into this field has helped streamline the process for declarations of parentage with the courts and birth registrations. Her consultations with the healthcare community have led to better use of language. And this is so important to me. I can't tell you how many times I've been misgendered in the hospital. And treatment of two-spirited and LGBT parents involved in birth and or surrogacy cases in Manitoba's hospitals. He was one of only 15 lawyers, and the only one from Manitoba, who formed the Ad Hoc Association of Canadian Family and Fertility Lawyers. One of the fundamental principles guiding the group's work was that LGBTQ plus communities should not suffer discrimination or be denied reasonable access to altruistic surrogates and OVA donors. Robynne was also involved in a constitutional challenge to the Family Maintenance Act on behalf of 7 LGBTQ couples. This pro bono case seeks to have the definition of parent changed so that the couples who had a child through assisted reproduction shall both be deemed the parents, notwithstanding biological connections, and that they have all the obligations and rights as parents under law. And that is what equity is. This will avoid the current need in Manitoba for two-spirited and LGBT communities to adopt their own child. That's how absurd some of these laws are when they are so focused and streamlined into very conventional binary thinking around how families operate. And even though all that paperwork and all that filing and stuff, it may seem boring, but the results are not. They are literally life-changing and life-saving. Robynne's efforts at championing equality go beyond her legal involvement. She has heard countless stories of members of our communities feeling alone and isolated in their path to become parents. For example, almost all of the gay men she worked with had never met another couple who had a child via surrogacy, which made them feel alone in navigating a complex and difficult system. And Robynne organized a community event for parents who have had children by way of assisted reproduction, which was attended by approximately 60 parents, surrogates, donors, and their children. People came from all across Manitoba. And the administrator for the fertility clinic in BC flew in specifically for this event. Robynne's advocacy and action have taken and benefit all of our communities, the community at large, and it's truly remarkable and far-reaching because our rights are our rights, and they're their rights, and they're all our rights. And that is terribly and fundamentally important to understand. And I want to thank her both on behalf of the Chamber and behalf of everybody that's attending, and personally for everything that you have done, Robynne, and continue to do for this community. It means literally the world to us. Congratulations, Robynne, and thank you for all that you do.
Hi, my name is Robynne Kazina, and I'm a family and fertility lawyer at Taylor McCaffrey, LLP, and I help LGBTQ parents in their journey to become parents and with the legal challenges and barriers that they face, and help navigate that system. Being an ally and an ally in the legal sense to the LGBTQ community is really an honor, and why I pursued not only law but a social work degree in helping communities break down barriers and to have the law achieve change and substantive equality for communities. It would be a recognition, not really only for myself, but for all the families that I've worked for, especially in the recent constitutional challenge to Manitoba's discriminatory laws respect to parents, for all those families that I worked with and worked on that case and shared their stories of discrimination in becoming parents. It really would be for them, and in recognition of the bravery and honor they had in being able to work with me to achieve change for the community. But it's also the work I've done just in the community and connecting families who've used assisted reproduction, as I've heard from countless clients that they feel sort of isolated and alone in their experiences. And so I organized the first ever community event, which was attended by over 60 families, children, surrogates, donors, and provided a really wonderful opportunity for members of the community to connect with each other. And I've heard that people have been able to have long-lasting support networks established as a result of that event. I'm most proud of the recent constitutional challenge to Manitoba's laws on who is a parent legally. I represented 7 LGBTQ families who brought a constitutional challenge to the Manitoba government to modernize the laws so that in cases of assisted reproduction, the parent who does not have a genetic connection will be now a legal parent. And that has really improved the lives of LGBTQ families, and also the rights of their children to have their parents properly recognized. And I'm extremely proud of bringing this case forward in partnership with the Public Interest Law Center on a pro bono basis and achieving that victory for the community. I think during these challenging times, everyone has to support each other. So it's not only clients needing support to support by business, but it's also as a professional being able to adapt to clients' needs and being creative, whether that be by using technology or advocating, for advancements in other manners. But I think it's something that's a collaboration between everyone, and something that everyone has to work together to adapt to this new reality.
Thank you so much, Rob.